All right, welcome back. We got a quick one for you. It turns out that bad attitude, no husband having, no children, feminist, put her career before everything else. Nasty smelling Letitia James might be going to jail. She is about to be convicted in a court of law with charges put on her for the same thing that she had the nerve to go after Donald Trump for, which was all baseless. You know, there's a saying, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. And you go ahead and you try to convict the president of mortgage fraud, and it might turn out because, everyone's assumed innocent. Doesn't mean you're not dumb, but it might turn out that she actually was committing the crimes that she tried to throw the president in jail for. Can everybody with me say low IQ? It's incredible. So we got another corrupt Democrat trying to, skew the system, have the peasants go by the law, but they do whatever they want. So let's take a look at a couple of clips. They're going to break down what's going on with her situation. And at the end of the day, I hope she's the first domino to fall, because really we're at a point where certain officials need to see the inside of a jail cell. Let's take a look.
My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
Are Tish James's words coming back to haunt her? Critics are calling it karma, others an act of revenge by the Trump administration, after New York's Attorney General was hit with a federal criminal referral for alleged mortgage fraud. Here's everything you need to know.
James appears to have falsified records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms.
On April 14th, the Federal Housing Finance Agency sent a referral letter to the Justice Department detailing alleged false statements made in filings by Letitia James to secure housing loans. It all goes back to August 2023, just weeks before James began her civil fraud trial against Donald Trump's private family business. In securing a loan for a home in Virginia, James is accused of claiming, through a representative, that the property would be her principal residence. In New York, a sitting AG is required by law to have their primary residence within the state. James is also accused of misrepresenting a 5-unit property in Brooklyn as a 4-unit to allegedly receive a better interest rate. Bizarrely, the referral also includes a claim that she filed papers that listed herself and her father as a married couple. Conservatives were quick to gloat about the bombshell claims, including Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. James infamously said these words in 2023 as her office targeted the Trump Organization for dramatically overinflating the values of many of its properties, from golf courses to hotels to homes. For instance, Trump's gold-adorned triplex penthouse in Manhattan's Trump Tower was reported to be 30,000 square feet, when in reality, it's 11,000 square feet. This resulted in a 400% price jump from 2011 to 2015 to the tune of $327 million. The trial ended with a brutal $454 million judgment against the Trump family. Trump was barred from heading a New York company for 3 years, and the payment was ultimately reduced to $175 million by the New York Appeals Court. Just a few months later, Donald Trump would be elected president for the second time. Now, Trump loyalists and legal experts alike are piling on the latest news against Tish James. For Washington University law professor and Post columnist Jonathan Turley, the irony is crushing. For an attorney general who just prosecuted Trump for everything short of ripping a label off a mattress, the details in the referrals are particularly damning.
So there it is. Sounds like a pretty good case they got against her, don't it? But yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. These people think that they could do whatever they want. The same way Gavin Newsom locked down the state of California and then was out doing whatever, while everybody was losing businesses, losing money, telling people to stay home and 6 feet of distance, and he's in a restaurant. That's the way the socialist Democrats think. Well, let's take a look and see what the Trump administration thinks about Letitia James, and I think they're going to tell us the truth. Let's take a look at that.
Letitia James says the allegations against her are nothing more than a revenge tour by the Trump administration. What's your response?
My response is that Letitia James is one of the most corrupt, shameless individuals ever to hold public office. She is guilty not only of those crimes, but of countless more crimes by using and abusing your public office to try to persecute an innocent man, depriving him of his rights, engaging in a conspiracy to obstruct our election, and to overthrow our democratic processes and procedures. She is guilty of multiple significant serial criminal violations.